Thanks in part to Squad 7's efforts, militia forces reclaimed the city of Thousand. Returning from battle, the Squad's members enjoyed a brief and well-deserved respite.
I was walking across base just now, and the guys from Squad 2 stopped me. They said everybody felt like we got Thousand back because of us Sevens.
Well, yeah. We took down that train after all. I want a medal.
I wonder how Zaka and everyone are doing.
I hear most of the detainees have either stayed on in Thousand or evacuated to Rangreaves.
Oh, well, I hope they're all doing well now.
Yo.
Mr. Zaka?
Huh? Wait, that uniform.
Oh, this? As of today, I'm a Gallian militiaman, same as you. They put me in your squad, so we'll be seeing a lot of each other.
Wait, can you even fight? What was all that about living the Darkson way?
Don't sweat the details, right? And I've got experience as a tank commander. My ride's on the smallish side, but you can leave the ground unit support to me. And I thought your boss was pretty righteous. I figured I'd tag along and see for myself.
What? Me?
Well, we didn't get to talk much, but you've got a fresh perspective, you know?
I guess so. I don't think I'm much different than other folks, though.
Welkin, you're so clueless.
Anyhow, I'm excited to join the team.
Huh.
Chapter 11. The Marbury Shore.
Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Valkyria Chronicles. I am your host, Alexander Frost, and this is episode 25. And I know I left you guys on a cliffhanger. But yes, there was indeed a happy ending. Some of the people in Thousand survived, some of the Darksons are all right. And they're staying on at Thousand to help rebuild, and some have moved to the capital. And we got ourselves a new ally, Mr. Zaka, played by the wonderful Steve Block. I believe I'm saying that. I believe that's the right name. If I'm wrong, well... So, without any further ado, we will begin the storyline for the Marbury Shore.
Everybody gather round. I've got our orders. The target is on Gallia's northern coast. The enemy's entrenched along the shore, flanking the industrial region up north. Squad 7 has been given one of their camps at Marbury to suppress.
Looking at the map, seems there's nothing there but big cliffs and open sand.
As you approach the cliffs, the beach slopes up steeply. Their camp is at the top. The path leading up there is narrow, meaning infantry will have to take the lead here. That said, they've lined the cliffside with gunnery to combat incoming foot soldiers.
You telling us to dodge bullets running across an open beach with nothing for cover? Boss, I may be catty, but I ain't got 9 lives here.
Stop your complaining. We're soldiers, Rosie. Ain't no such thing as a safe mission. Dangerous or not, it's our job to get the job done as best we can.
You don't gotta... I know that, all right?
You're right. If we just charge in, you'll be facing a hailstorm of bullets.
Welkin, any more brilliant ideas for another of your crazy plans?
Sorry, but I don't have any silver bullets for this one. What we need is some way to blind the enemy while we advance.
A way to blind them.
Ugh, this is just great.
Come on, let's stay positive about this. Tomorrow's the Feast of All Spirits.
Combat on the feast, huh? We sure got some kind of luck, don't we?
Well, getting down about it now won't help anything. Let's just do what we can.
If we could... They may not need 9 lives.
Somebody said tomorrow's the feast, right? I forgot all about it this year.
Hey now, do you guys even know the reason for this holiday?
Reason? It's the day you give presents to the guy you like, ain't it?
Yes, but no. The Feast of All Spirits is the day all the spirits in Gallia share their love. They say the practice of giving gifts to those you love came from that belief.
Back in the day, people gave presents to everyone important to them, not just lovers.
Bingo! Give the man a prize! For a big grizzly bear, you sure know your stuff.
How gracious of you to say. Though I like to think I'm more of a teddy bear.
Largo, Rosie, may I have a moment?
Sure. Surprised to see you in the lounge. What's up?
Would you accept these gifts?
This is... from before.
These dolls are Darkson good luck charms. I wanted to give them to you and Rosie.
Why to us?
I've always wanted to be your friend, from the first day. We may have had our share of disagreements, but you've helped me more than I can say. I'd like to use the feast as an opportunity to grow a little closer to both of you.
I see. You know, seeing Valkyria gave me a lot to think about. Plus, I've been wanting to talk to you for a while now, too. For being so young, you got some perspective. Still a little bullheaded, though. Thanks for the lucky charm. And for coming out here, Isara.
Largo, thank you so much.
I can't take it.
Rosie, you ain't a kid here. Quit being so damn stubborn already.
You shut it. Look, I got no need for presents from dark hairs, okay?
I understand. I'm sorry. I'll be on my way now.
Yeah, I think I'm done too.
Look, I know you've been wanting to apologize. Just out and say it already, damn it.
Look, shut up, I know, okay? I know, but I can't just change overnight. I'm not that big a person.
It's just too open. We need some kind of plan.
Welcome!
What happened to you? You're covered in dirt, Alicia.
Yeah, funny story about that. Anyway, I've got something I want to show you. Come see. Look real close at my hands.
You found a mottled vagabond. They're migratory butterflies, but they shouldn't be in Gallia at this time of year.
It's pretty rare then?
They call it a vagabond because it never stays in one place. They're hard to find. I've tried to hunt one down more than once before, but I never had any luck.
Then you like it?
Absolutely. Thank you, Alicia. But you've still got to tell me how you found it. I'm amazed.
Me and Hans caught it.
You and Hans? Wait, is all that dirt?
I've never been bug hunting before. I got a little mud plastered. I mean, tomorrow's the Feast of All Spirits. I wanted to get you something you'd like. I brainstormed on what you might like best, and this is what I finally came up with.
Wow. Thank you.
Not the most romantic gift ever, but it seemed right for you.
You went to all that trouble for me? Thank you, Alicia. I'm happy I got to see such a rare specimen, but I'm even happier at the sentiment.
Really?
Yeah. Thank you.
Welkin? They say if you give a present to the guy you like on the feast, things will go well for you. I hope things go well for the two of us. I mean...
Huh? Me too.
Isara, I don't think Rosie really meant to hurt you.
No, I know that, Mr. Zaka. But I do wonder if dreams of a future in which we're all equal will only bring pain.
No, don't get impatient on me. Getting close to somebody takes time, Isara. People don't just change overnight. That said, nothing in this world doesn't change.
Yes, I know. Even if slowly, change will happen.
Exactly. So don't let it get you down. She's just worked up over tomorrow's operation.
Tomorrow's op. Oh, that's right! I need to speak with Welks about the plan.
What plan? You come up with a solution for those guns?
If we modify something I've been developing, it may provide our ground troops protection. I'll go speak with Welks about it now. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye? Hey, Isara! And she's gone. Those two really are siblings. They get into something and they're in their own world.
Hey, boss. We, got a plan today?
Well, Isara and I came up with a little something last night.
Speaking of, Isara still isn't here, is she?
I apologize for being late. Welks, it's done!
You finished in time.
Yes, these smoke rounds should help keep our foot soldiers safe from fire.
Smoke rounds?
A new type of tank cannon rounds. They don't do any damage, but they create a smoke screen. If we run through those, we'll be able to move without being sighted.
You just finished them now? So you didn't sleep at all last night, huh?
The Sevens are like my family. Alicia, Rosie, Largo, Mr. Zaka, Welks, little Hans, too. I don't want... None of you can die. If those smoke screens can protect you even a little, it'll be well worth it.
Isara, you...
Nice going, kiddo. With these things, we'll be practically invisible.
Yeah, this battle just got a lot less scary. Thanks, Isara.
All right, let's get ready. Squad 7, move out!
Alright. So we are ready for the Mulberry Shore. Almost. I did take the liberty of taking care of a few things back in headquarters to kind of save on time. Namely, the adding of new items in inventory, which usually takes a good 10 or 15 minutes. So I've already equipped everyone in the squad barracks with what I want. I've already hired all the people that I want to bring with me. I believe I swapped in a few other people. Let me double check real quick. Only take a moment. Yes, I'm here to fine-tune my squad. So, I went on ahead and I removed Alice as an engineer because honestly, I really only need to. I really only need to. I believe, did I hire another squad? I know I hired someone else to replace her, but who? Oh yes, I hired Wavy, a new scout. Figured if I'm gonna have more Darksons on my team, might as well bring him along. He's a pretty good dude. So all that aside, we are just about ready. I went on ahead and on the training field, I upgraded the scout, not the scouts. Those scouts, shock troopers. The lancers and engineers are now elite level, and the snipers are almost halfway up to level 11, so I've almost got everybody ready for elite status. After this battle, they will be ready. Everyone will be elites, and then I can focus more on the shock troopers and the scouts and such. Yes, I'm just showing things off. Okay, we're ready to develop all the weapons. We've upgraded everything that can possibly be upgraded for the oh, they added something new. Oh, no, that's right. The yellow triangles to indicate that it's available, but I don't have enough money to buy it, because I've already spent all of my money. Now, for some strange reason, okay, the enhanced mortar shows up after I get ready to go to Mulberry Shore. I'm not going to use those at all. They're kind of useless. It's just like the tank mortar, but for some strange reason, instead of firing high to try and arc it up and over stuff, Lancers will generally kind of semi-aim it like a grenade launcher, so it becomes less effective. So, no new grenades yet. We're still on level 3 grenades, but everyone's uniforms have been upgraded. The Edelweiss has been upgraded as far as I can take it for right now. The reinforced body was new. And the only other thing that was new is there's a new rotating periscope upgrade. And to that end, I went on ahead, shuffled a few things around, and put on every single accuracy item I could fit in there. So our accuracy is now plus 40, so we should have a much easier time hitting targets. Now, the Shamrock, Zaka's Ride. This is a neat little tank. It's about the size of your standard Gallium tank, maybe a little bigger, but the turret on top of that tank can be outfitted with one of the 3 following weapons. Anti-armor shells and mortars, just like the Edelweiss, a Gatling gun, which can do heavy damage to a single ground target, or a flamethrower that can mow down multiple enemies. Now, if we switch it out from the anti-armor rounds to the Gatling gun, we will lose the mortar. Same thing with the flamethrower. So for now, I'm just going to keep it as the standard anti-armor rounds. I'm just going to treat it like a straight-up tank. The Shamrock can also equip specialized parts, just like the Edelweiss. It can't use the Edelweiss's parts. What it does have instead is a few of its own basic parts. It has much less room for upgrades. Right now, the only one available was the leaf spring. So, that said and done,
Come back.
Castle Front Street? Castle, yeah, I said it right, Castle Front Street. The only thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to zip through this real quick like. For once, I'm actually not going to read the stories because I'm trying to save on time. So I will just let you read this, and then read that, pause the screen, And you can imagine my glorious voice narrating this another time. And there we go. There's no new stories or anything, and even if there were, I wouldn't buy it right now. I don't know if there's any more coming, but I'm sure there are. Now, the Old Man of the War Cemetery does have a new skill for us that requires experience to learn. It's called Mortar Fire. It's basically an order that lets us mark an area for mortar fire, and then drop mortars on it. That's it. The only other thing left to do now is go to the audience hall and collect our accolades. I'm sure we have it.
Lieutenant Welkin Gunther, step in honor of your manifold accomplishments.
Yeah, I know. I'm cutting you off. I apologize. Get out the Yes. Some new rifles. I can give one of those to Claudia. I said I was going to give her a new one. Ooh! New machine gun. Who am I going to give that? No idea. I only have one sniper. So... Apologize for cutting you off, Your Majesty, but... You know what? The weapons can wait until next time. Someone remind me next time to give Claudia a new rifle. Someone remind me. So we are ready to go. Off to the battle at the Marbury Shore. Wish me luck. Because I'm gonna need it.
Here is a brief on the task at hand.
Enemy is traced behind hefty defenses along the top of a sheer rock face. Your only path to the enemy lines lies across the beach. You begin at this entry point and work your way forward towards the enemy camps. Your objective is to occupy the enemy's main base camp. Climb the slopes leading up from the water and make a beeline for the camp. There are two things to look out for along the way, however. One is the enemy machine gun emplacements all along the coast. Use your tank as a shield and keep the smokescreen rounds coming if you want to arrive in one piece. The second issue is the concrete defense bunkers that lie beyond the crest of that slope. They're incredibly resistant to attack, and they'll take quite a while to take out, so they'll slow you down. They do have a weakness, though. You can do major damage by attacking the gun at the front, in other words attacking the slit, or the rear doors. They also have Ragnite fuel stores in the back. If you destroy them, you'll set them off. Shock troopers with flamethrowers are also very effective at destroying them. And flamethrowers are always effective against crouched enemies, like I didn't have elites for the last two battles. Keep this in mind as you plan your attack. Last two battles, last battle. Alright, so, now that we have the Shamrock with us, it will always deploy, no matter what we do. If we go back into a skirmish map, the Shamrock will deploy. So, the weird thing is, you can't pick whether you want the Shamrock to deploy in one place or the other. It's just like the idle license. Placement is fixed. And the weird thing is, it doesn't actually tell you if it's there or not. Now, I know the Shamrock is over here on the left. So, I know for sure that I want Nadine over here. Alright, who do I want? Where is Rosie? No, I want Rosie on the right side. But I am going to go on ahead and take Vise for this one. I'm going to take Ica because they work well together. And I want Alicia here to go as well. Secondary team. Wavy. Rosie in front. Largo over here because I do need Lancers. And finally, little Miss Claudia. There we go. We are ready. Now technically, now that I think about it, I could just not bring Largo and Rosie. That might be a good idea. But I'll work with it.
Now, let's begin the operation. I'm confident victory is within reach.
I hope so. I've only practiced about half this map. So, I may run into some trouble. Not gonna lie, I may have some trouble. But I'm gonna do the best I can.
Clear out the Imperial shoreline defenses! Squad 7, move out!
My god, the Edelweiss is a beast. Look at that thing! Its armor has armor!
Here we are, on Marbury Shore. There really isn't any cover at all out here.
Welks, aim the smoke rounds at the ground or at objects, not at the enemy. That should spread the smoke screen around that area.
Got it. I'll do what I can.
My Shamrock can't fire smoke rounds, but I'll pick up the slack on offense.
That's right. This is our first op with you, Saka. Good to have you.
Wouldn't miss it. Now let's go sock one to the Empire.
True to their word, this is not going to be an easy mission. Alright, so these machine gun emplacements here are invincible. You cannot damage them in any way, so don't even try. Don't know what that is. I want to say that's a destroyed tank. In which case, yeah, it's a destroyed tank. In which case, it's a little scary. Now, this is one of the concrete bunkers that they were talking about. I can tell you right now how it's set up. Because of this concrete wall here, I'm not going to be able to move my tanks around. This is literally, this area here, and right here is as far as my tanks can go. There's even a gap right here that you should be able to fit the Shamrock through with like a foot of clearance on both sides. It will not fit. What makes it bad is there's a heavy tank nestled right here. There's also a medium tank over here. If there are more tanks over here, I haven't seen it. So first things first, you gotta move the Edelweiss forward and deploy the smoke
Here we
rounds.
go!
The smoke screens will dissipate a short while after they're fired, Welks. Plus, a blast from a mortar, grenade, or anti-tank lance will blow it away instantly.
Understood. Let's be careful.
A thing to note about these smoke rounds, you can only carry one at a time and it reloads just like the normal gun does. Here's the thing that's dangerous about it. You can only use them one at a time. Even if you have an engineer come up and reload all of your other weapons and you use the Edelweiss a second time, you can't deploy another smoke round as long as one is active.
Gotta love nature.
Alright, so let's go ahead and deploy it right about here. And that smoke round will stay in effect for one round. So at the beginning of the next turn, or at the beginning of the next round, it will dissipate. Perfect. Leave the Edelweiss here for right now. That way, if I don't move everyone up in time, I can at least, you know, protect them. Alright, Rosie, I got a job for you. Now, I know that the Empire loves to use their status-inducing weapons. Now, whenever you get into the cloud and it turns like this means you're in the center. And it starts getting, like, cloudy and, ripply like it was when I was at the edge. That means you're at the edge. Like that. I'm near the edge of it. Unfortunately, I know for sure that there is a guy over here. Can't see him, but I know he's there.
Here I come.
He's still alive, he's having a bad day.
Alright, we've cleared the beach.
No, we haven't.
We managed to avoid the threat of the enemy's machine guns, at least for now.
I know you're there,
I'm on it.
and Rosie's gonna kill you.
New target sighted.
Okay,
no stopping me.
Oh, she's stone-willed. Can't stop her now, son.
New target sighted.
Yeah.
Go down.
Whew, for a second I thought it wasn't gonna get him. I was gonna be like, oh no!
You're doing well. Just keep it up.
Alright, pull back for a moment. That'll work. I need a brave scout. You know what? This is a good time to let Wavy go.
You'll not harm my people.
Let's put that brand spanking new rifle of yours to use. Really? You go neat freak on me now? You know what? It's fine. It doesn't matter. And slowly and cautiously. Slowly and cautiously. Perfect. You can be a little closer. A little closer. Come on, that's gotta be close enough. That got him. No? But look, I do not want to get any closer. Come on, game. Thank you. That takes care of him.
Nice work. Keep taking them down.
Then, to help us out, climb the ladder for a moment.
New hostile, sir.
Alright, got an enemy down there. We got a medium tank. There's that heavy tank. That is one of the bunkers that can be destroyed. It will fire at us if it can. There's another Gatling bunker on the other side. That right there is the gap I was telling you about that you should be able to fit the Shamrock through, but you can't because the game is poopy and butts. I'm all about the mature responses. Now fortunately, even though I know that medium tank is there, it will not move this turn. I'm praying that the game doesn't make a liar out of it.
I'll take care of it.
So the rest of this turn is pretty much going to be devoted to getting my troops up to this base here. And you know what I haven't done yet, which I probably should have? I need to capture that base. I will have one of my intrepid engineers or scouts take care of that. In fact, Aika,
No problem, boss.
go capture that base for me. Kinda suck if enemy reinforcements showed up in the middle of us, you know? Kinda suck.
Watch out for gunfire from your flanks.
Bing! And take that. Kill. Alright, who's next? Let me go on ahead and concentrate on getting Largo in.
I've been waiting here.
Because he's slow. If I can at least get him up against the wall, he'll be sick. Largo, why you so slow, bro?
Just watch this.
Whoops, that's a wall.
Vegetable!
What the hell does that do? I forget. I know it just status up, but that doesn't help me.
Watch your surroundings.
You know what? Hold here, because if that tank does decide to roll around the corner, I want something to deal with. I don't think it will, but better safe than sorry.
Moving out.
Should be enough to get my two engineers where they need to be. And, of course, the ammunition. Right? This should do it. I normally like to keep the engineers with their tanks, but there are no threats, so I'm not worried.
All right.
Off we go, my dear.
Try not to let your guard down.
Alright, that should be good. I don't like having her standing up like that, but I really don't have much of a choice.
No matter the cost. I'll cover the rear, everyone.
Hey, I don't know why my computer's being funny. I really hope I'm not about to lose the recording for Audacity. That would make me pretty angry.
Sit tight. I'm almost there.
I'm sure it's okay because I'm double recording this. I know what I'm doing. Okay, yes, I would like to end the current phase. And that will actually be the end of the video. I'll let the enemy have their turn, and then we'll come back. And it will be glorious. And the only enemies I'm really worried about are those troopers up there. But no, they like to hold their position. So we're actually golden. We're good. So, that's the end of the video for now. Next time we will advance our tanks and everyone else, and we will kick these Imperial asses. So until next time, everyone, thanks for watching.